Progress.
Anything my screen, right? Hi Kavita. Hi Balakrishna.
Hi sir, good morning sir.
Good morning. Hi Kavita.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So, okay guys, in today's session, okay. So basically let us recap with the last session. Okay, our last session happened on Friday, right? So in that session, so in the Friday session also, we didn't do any particular topic. That was mainly about the question and answers. But so we had issues with our data source connectivity, right? So due to the credentials issue, we are not able to connect to the Azure, and then it was throwing the error. Then after that, I saw that issue. Basically, the issue description was that okay, so too many the same logins are there in the too many IP addresses. Due to that, they blocked it. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so it happens. So again, if I create another account, so that also happens same guys. So that's why I didn't create another account and give you the credentials. So now I have the alternative. So we'll install the SQL Server guys. So we'll connect to that SQL Server on same data. In fact, for previous batches, I used to do the same thing. For your batch only, I created the Azure account, saying that, okay, so you don't need to install the SQL Server. So that button is, will not be there. But I will show you guys how to install the SQL Server and SQL Server Management Studio. And also I will tell you what are those, why to use them. Then you will understand, okay, each piece. Then, we can, going forward, we can connect to that SQL Server only in Power BI. Okay. You guys, let us wait one more minute. I think people are joining. So today, guys, most likely I will not be covering the topic. So I'll be covering on how to install the SQL Server and also installing a SQL Server Management Studio. Then, if we have some time, then we'll go into the concept. Okay. So guys, in today's session, what I would recommend is if you are log in from the laptop, that is well and good. If not, please try to log in from the your daily usage laptop, guys, because I will show you how to install. I think you can also parallelly install with me. So I will wait and see, like if I'm downloading something, okay. So you can also download from your laptop, right? So it takes some 5 to 6 minutes to download. Then you can install, same clicking next, 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 and all. So then that will be installed. If not, you do not have laptop with you currently. By seeing that recording, also you can join. I'm sorry, install that after the session. So that way also you can get it, guys. Okay. Hey guys, can we start the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys. I hope you are seeing my screen, right? Okay, guys, firstly, okay. So in the last session, we started the SQL concepts, right? So generally, guys, okay, I told you that, okay, so we'll be writing small SQL queries to retrieve the data from the databases, correct? First of all, guys, what is database? So database is a place where the data is stored. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. So like that, guys. Let us see how we can use the database. Okay, and let us discuss some simple examples to understand it. Okay. Guys, okay, let me open this. Guys, today we are discussing, okay, I will say that a part of SQL concepts. Okay, so first of all, we'll install the SQL server, then we'll go into this concept. Okay. So first of all, guys, so most of you might be using some apps in your phones, right? Like HDFC app, SBI app, and some any app you take. So most of the apps, okay. For example, guys, in HDFC, you are checking your balance, guys. Okay. So while you are checking your balance, what you do, guys? Firstly, I mean, while you log into the that bank application, what are the first few steps that you do? First, you will open the app in your phone, correct? Then you give the username and password, correct? Then you will go into your savings account and then see the latest transaction. Okay. So guys, your HDFC app, hardly it will be something like 50 MB, right, in your phone. Okay. Same thing with SBI. You check your balance by installing these apps in your phone. Guys, is this data directly coming from your app, or it is connected to internet, and that internet is connected to some HDFC server, HDFC bank related server? From there you are getting.
From internet to app.
Yeah, internet is the medium that we understood. Okay, some internet is needed. So that where that internet is connected to?
Server.
HDFC server, right? So here many people, all the HDFC customer data will be there, correct? So everybody, whoever is logging to this HDFC app, it will be connected to HDFC server through internet, correct? So guys, that means data is stored here or here in server?
Server only.
Server only, data will be there, right? So that means when there is a huge customer base, okay, when they are having huge customer base, guys, so they might be needing too much of data memory to store, correct? So to store some files in your laptop, you need some memory, right? Same way, guys, they also need certain memory to store the data, correct? So guys, instead of storing that on some Excel files or some notepads or anything which is on a smaller scale, they do store the data on the bigger databases, guys. Okay. So the advantage with the databases, guys, okay, they store on the database. Okay. So the advantage with the databases, guys, okay, so they can do many things, like they can put guys, okay, instead of storing on the Excel files like that, the reason that they store data on the database is because, okay, there is so much of data that they can store, guys, here, but in files there is a certain limit. Some limit is there. Okay. And what else they can do, guys? Databases can connect to front end applications, right? Okay, if there is a website, guys, okay, website that with that website, okay, the database can integrate files, guys, Excel and all. It might not integrate with all the front end applications, but it will support few. But databases has that no, that support in a wider section, guys. And also, guys, so you can take the backups and restores, and okay, that kind of feature is not there. Okay, here. Okay, and you can create the jobs on this, guys. Jobs in the sense like midnight. Okay, once the transactions are done and refreshing that, and then all okay, that it will support. Okay, here it will not support. So like that, there are many advantages with the databases, guys, compared to the file system, right? So they prefer databases. Okay. So now, guys, what are the list of the databases generally that we came across or we heard before?
Azure.
Yes, Azure. Azure SQL DB, correct?
Yes.
Azure SQL DB, yes. What else?
Oracle SQL.
Yes, Oracle. Oracle, yes. What else, guys?
MySQL.
SQL Server.
SQL Server, correct?
MySQL.
Yes, MySQL.
NoSQL also.
Okay. NoSQL is a concept, guys. That is, I'm not sure there is a database available with that name, but yeah, that is a NoSQL. There are NoSQL databases called MongoDB, like that. These are called NoSQL databases. But yeah, these are called NoSQL databases. But the name of the server is not NoSQL database, I think. Okay, MongoDB and few other are there. Okay, guys. So here data will be stored. Okay, that data using some structured query language, we query that data and we connect that to websites, and we connect that to BA applications like Power BI and Tableau, and we connect that to anything that we need, right? So guys, let us take SQL Server as an example, okay, for our sessions. Okay, SQL Server is a Microsoft product, guys. Okay, and if you go to organizations in the BA projects, most of the time you will see SQL Server as a data source, Microsoft SQL Server. And after that, the second highest is these days, I would say Oracle, sorry, Azure SQL DB, and you will see Oracle and Teradata, MySQL, like this you will see, guys. Okay, so I mean, you connect to any source. Okay, in Power BI you will do the same job. It's not that you have to learn different things. Okay, let us see SQL Server, guys. Okay, so SQL Server. So this is a SQL Server, guys. So let us go to SQL Server Wikipedia and see about a little bit about that product. Okay, guys, Microsoft SQL Server is a relational database management system developed by Microsoft as a database server. It is a software product with the primary function of storing and retrieving the data as requested by other software applications. Okay, guys. So, guys, so every year, Microsoft SQL Server releases the updates. Okay, so companies install the latest databases application. Release. So that like that they release, guys, and it is supported on the different operating systems like Linux, Microsoft Windows, Windows Server, and Microsoft Windows. Guys, in the BA projects, in so many places you will see Microsoft SQL Server as a data source. Okay. So guys, let us install this SQL Server in our mission so that going forward, we will connect our Power BI to this SQL Server. Okay. Guys, problem with the Azure is, okay, even if I create another Azure account, or even if I show you how to create Azure account to you, so the credentials, I think they are giving limited time only, guys. After that, it will, the subscription will expire. After that, if you want to use, you have to pay money, right? Whereas if you use this, install this SQL Server, this is lifetime, guys. Okay, this is free actually. Okay, for companies, yeah, they charge money. They use the enterprise level license, but we use the free license for Microsoft SQL Server, guys. So we do not need to pay anything, and it is free for lifetime. So you can practice without any hurdles. Okay, guys. So guys, okay, let us see. Database is this is a database, guys. Okay, here data will be stored. But to see this data, guys, we need something, some medium. We cannot directly see this data, or we might need to use some command prompt. But command prompt is a difficult thing to observe the data, right? So instead of that one, Microsoft released Management Studio, guys. Management Studio. Let me tell you what is that. So this is a SQL Server. This is a place where data will be stored. Okay. So this is a SQL Server, guys. But I need some medium as for a developer, right? This is installed in the computer, but we do not directly interact with this, guys. Okay. So we need some medium, okay, called SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS. So using that, we connect to this server. We connect to this server. Okay, let me show you what is that. Yes, this is a Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio that I'm opening. Okay. Guys, previously I opened this and showed you to connect with the Azure, right? So Azure SQL DB you are connecting. Now we'll connect to the SQL Server. Okay, this is just a software, guys, but I'm connecting to some server, right? I'm connecting to some server. Where is that server? In Azure Cloud previously. Now we need to connect to SQL Server, right? But do I have SQL Server in my machine? No. First, I should install the SQL Server. Then I have to give the name of that SQL Server here so that I can connect to that SQL Server and I can query, right? Using this software, you can query the data, guys. Okay. Guys, can I show you installing the SQL Server? Are you ready, guys? Can you download parallelly with me and install, or I will do it later after seeing the recording? Which one you prefer, guys?
Doing it later.
Okay. Okay, guys, then observe it. Okay. So anyways, recording will be there. And of course, this is not a concept. Okay, just these are the steps to download and install. Okay, guys. So firstly, to download the SQL Server, guys, okay, go to this new window and say download SQL Server, and go to the Microsoft website, SQL Server downloads. There you go. Please, there are different try SQL Server on premises or in the cloud. Okay.
Could you share the link here?
Yes. I mean, once I showed you the appropriate product to download, yeah, then I will share the link. Okay, no issue. Okay, guys. So here we have SQL Server on Azure and SQL Server at the edge and SQL Server on premises, guys. Okay, this is the one we are downloading. Okay, so in this one, it is a SQL. Okay, in this there are two products, guys. SQL Server 2019 Developer is a full-featured free edition, license for use as a development and test database in a non-production environment. Okay, so guys, this we will download. Okay, and install on our machine. So it will give this link, guys. Okay, so I'm giving this link in chat window to you. Okay, guys, I'm giving that link in chat window to you. Did everybody get that link, guys?
Yes.
Okay, please copy, paste in your notepad or somewhere. Okay, guys. Okay, so once I click the download now, see, some file is downloaded, right? Then open that file. Open file, or you can go into your downloads also. Okay, once you get that one, guys, click OK, open. Okay, then it will give this option. Okay, then it says different options, guys. Select an installation type, custom download media. Okay, like this, guys. I am clicking basic. Then accept these rules. And install location, yes, you can give it default, but unless you have something to specify, but you do not need to do anything here. Okay, I'm clicking install, guys. So right now it is downloading from the internet, guys. Okay, to download this one, you need internet connection. Okay, it is downloading at 125 Mbps speed, 130 Mbps. So yeah, so if it downloads, at least with 50 Mbps, yes, it will take some 10 to 12 minutes process, guys. And if it is downloading with,
is there Express Edition now? What is the difference between Developer Edition and Express Edition?
Okay, sure, I will tell you. Guys, if you see the description here, SQL Server 2019 Developer is a full-featured free edition licensed for use as a development and test databases. SQL Server 2019 Express is a free edition of SQL Server, ideal for development and production of production for desktop, web, and small server applications. Okay, guys. So here what you can do is it will let you also connect to the web, and also you can create the jobs. Okay, but here for our purpose we do not need to create any jobs, or we don't need to connect any web, right? So this should be sufficient. Okay, so this one also we can download, no issue, up to you guys. But yeah, this is a free edition. Okay, particularly they are mentioning, right? So in future also they do not ask any license. Okay, this one is also free edition of SQL Server. I think, yeah, this is also correct, good only. But yeah, this one should be sufficient, guys. Okay, so it is installing, and I think it will take 5 more minutes to complete. Yes, SQL Server 2019 is the latest version of the SQL Server from Microsoft. Yeah, guys, I think previously it downloaded the files from internet. Now it is, it has collected all those files, and now it is installing on our machine. Okay. Guys, okay, once we set up this SQL Server, going forward, okay, in Power BI will connect to this SQL Server only. Okay.
Generally, most of the times, Power BI will be connected with the SQL Server or any other servers which we need to learn.
Okay. So if irrespective of any server you are connecting, you don't need to learn anything. Okay. For example, you are connecting to Teradata, you don't need to learn any Teradata related. You just need the connection name. And okay, once you get the data into Power BI, okay, you can write the DAX. Okay, and very rare cases, if you are connecting to that Teradata, and where you need to particularly get certain columns from them. Okay, so that also you can control in Power Query. Okay, but if you want to write SQL, then you can write, okay, if you are comfortable. Otherwise, if you are not comfortable with the Teradata SQL or whatever, you can control that. Okay, for example, okay, there is a table with 100 columns, but you need only 5 columns out of it. That you can control in Power Query. You don't need to write any SQL. Okay, so but most of the times it is you would see SQL Server as a source in most of the companies. This one only.
Yeah, because both are from the Microsoft, so that's the reason.
Yeah.
It's very compatible, you are saying.
Power BI is compatible with so many data sources, but the reason you see SQL Server in most of the data BA projects is that, okay, so costing of SQL Server licensing is cheaper. SQL Server is cheaper, and if you buy SQL Server, Microsoft sells this SQL Server with package, guys. Okay. If a company is buying SQL Server, they will also give SSIS, SSRS, SSAS as a free. They are giving a BI suite as a free, right? So that's why many companies purchase or no have been purchasing still from Microsoft. Okay, this SQL Server they are buying. Okay, for a BI project. For web-based applications, yes, they might go for Oracle or something. Yes, but for BI projects, okay, Microsoft is giving the BI tools as a free if they buy the SQL Server. Most of the companies are purchasing this. Okay, guys, now SQL Server 2019 installation is completed. Correct. This part we completed. Now we need this SSMS, right? See, it says install SSMS. Click that. SQL Server installation is completed, guys. Okay, now click this. Install SSMS. If you click that one, it is taking to the website where you can download, right? Guys, okay, there is one SSMS which is 18.19.9.1. Okay, so guys, I have some existing one already, but still to show you, let me download it again. Okay, download SSMS. See, guys, it is downloading. So guys, give me 1 second. Okay, guys. Okay, SSMS is downloaded. Now open that file by going to your download folder. Okay. You open that one. Yeah, this is already installed. Okay, let us close that. So once you click that SSMS file, guys, okay, this is what you will see. Click yes. You guys see, it says, guys, okay, it is already there in my mission, correct? So that is why it is giving like this. So let me go to my control panel and uninstall the existing version, guys. Okay, so that I can show you how to install this one. Where is my SQL Server Management Studio, guys? This is the one, SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, I'm uninstalling the existing version. In fact, the existing version and the new version, which I'm both are same. But to show you, yeah, let me delete the existing one which I have. Okay, I'm uninstalling this one. Okay, so existing version is uninstalled, guys. Okay, now let us go here and see, already downloaded the files, right? SSMS. Okay, click the open that file. Now we'll give this prompt and click yes. SSMS is still running, but which is not there.
I think those executable files are already in your folder. Is that the reason that is showing the line?
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I think due to this one. Yeah, I kept this open. Maybe this is the reason. Let me open this file again. Do this. Okay, yes. After I close that one, okay, it is letting me install. Okay, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio guys. Okay, we are installing this part. Okay, this is already done, right? We are installing SQL Server Management Studio with Azure Data Studio. Okay, install. It takes only 2 minutes to complete.
We are already installed, right, in our machines. So do we need to uninstall and
No,
install again?
no.
On it, right? Yeah.
Actually, yeah, few people, out of interest, they install it last week. But yeah, if whoever installed this one, if they want to install, yeah, they can see this video and follow the steps to install. Okay. If you guys already installed, yes, you are already having the latest version. I think 18.9.1. So even if you have old version also, that is fine, no issues. Okay. You will not see any much difference. Okay, guys, now the setup is completed, right? So let us close it and go to this search window, guys, and type SQL Server. Guys, if you are seeing this Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, yeah, click this one. Once you click that one, it will open something like this. Okay, we are opening this part, guys. We are opening this one. Now, in the address bar, let us give the address of this SQL Server and connect to this SQL Server. Okay, guys. Okay, once I open one, it is showing the previous connection. Okay, let us say, okay, now I do not want to connect to that one. Okay, I want to connect to a different one. Let us close this. This is the window which is open for me, guys. Connect database engine. But how do you know what is the database engine of your system that you installed. So it also has some address, right? So what you do, guys, okay, go here. Okay, select the database engine. Okay, you have to know the address of this one, right? Address of this one. But guys, since the SQL server is installed on your machine, okay, that server is on your machine. So even if you give dot here, even if you give dot there, it will connect, guys. Let us see if it will connect or not. It is connected to the database, guys. Okay, now we are connected to your SQL server. Okay, you are connected to your SQL server. But in the databases, you do not have any data, correct? We have to have that AdventureWorks data, right? Okay, can we download that data from internet, guys? Guys, these two steps are done, but okay, right now data is not there in this one. Okay, we have to download that AdventureWorks data, right? AdventureWorks fact, internet sales, DIM product. Okay, that data we do not have, right, in this one. We have to download this from the internet. Okay, and restore that on the SQL server. Now you can you can do your practice, guys. Okay, so let us say go to internet, guys, and type download AdventureWorks DW database. Guys, go there and go to this link. I will give you this link also. Guys, what I want to download is AdventureWorks DW 2019. Okay, this file I want to download. Okay, so to download this file, you simply have to click that one, guys. Okay, so it will download. That is close to 100 MB. Okay, it is already downloaded. Okay, I will give you this link, guys. I'm giving you that link in the chat window. Okay. There, download this file, guys. AdventureWorks DW 2019. AdventureWorks DW 2019. .bak. Okay, this is the one you have to. In the middle one, first file, guys. Okay. So now that is downloaded for me, right? That is downloaded for me. Let me go to the download. Guys, if I go to download, see that file is downloaded, right? AdventureWorks DW 2019, correct? So guys, copy that to your D drive, guys. The reason particularly I'm telling you to go for D drive is there is a meaning. Okay, guys, if you copy it to that D drive, C drive, or still you are in downloads, guys, so you'll be confused which file to select. Okay, that I faced actually. That's why simply copy to D drive. Okay, put it in D drive or any other drive. Okay, put there. So now, guys, what I will do, I have to put the data here, correct? So go to databases, guys. Okay, connect to come to SQL Server Management Studio again. Okay, come there and click the restore database. This step, guys, restore database. Guys, you can do the step by step. Okay, by seeing my video tomorrow. Okay, or today only. Okay, guys, look at database, right? So here, where is my database, guys? Okay, this is a database and source. Where is my source, guys? In my machine, right? See, you are not getting this data from another database. You are getting the data from machine, right? Laptop, correct? I select the device and go to this path, and where is that, guys? Backup media file. That is in the file system only, not in the any URL or website, right? Okay, let us keep file only. Click add here. See, guys, now see, if you go to C drive, how many are there? See, it will cause you confusion, right? That's why I put in the D drive. In the D drive, simply see Advanced Reworks DW 2019 is there, right? Click OK and click OK. And then click OK. See guys, now database is restored successfully. Now guys, I got the database here, right? So previously it was not there. Correct. So now we got the data, guys. We got the data to query. See, if I do any query, see, it will be working. Okay, go to any table here and bring any table here. Okay, fact internet sales. See, it will give the data. Correct. Now this one we can connect in the Power BI, guys. Okay, let us see how I connect to this now in the Power BI. Okay. So take the new file, guys. Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop. Yes, as of now, we are done with this step also. We downloaded the advanced works and restored on the SQL Server, right? So now first step is SQL Server. Second step is SSMS. Third step is advanced work step. Now the last step is connecting that in the Power BI. Correct? Connecting in Power BI. Okay, let us do the fourth step, guys. So I opened the Power BI, guys. See, this is the empty Power BI report that I got. Sorry. So this is the empty Power BI that I got, right? Now connect to the data, guys. To connect to the data, get the get data and go to more. And select the database and select the SQL Server database, guys, this time. Okay, previously we select the Azure SQL, right? Now go to database and select the SQL Server database. Okay, now it is asking the server name. But what is my server name here? Okay, if I give this dot, let us see what it will say. It is connecting, and it is connecting, guys. Okay, let us see. Okay. See, guys, it is connected, right? So what I have done, guys, simply I went to the get data, click more. You are connecting to your local server only, right? Which is installed on your machine, right? So even if you give dot, see what is my recent source? Let us delete all this. Let us delete all this, remove from the previous one. Let us delete, guys, so that there will be no confusion for you. I'm connecting to my local SQL database, right? Okay, let me delete this one also. Okay, guys. So I'm connecting to SQL Server, right? Go to more. You select the database here and select the SQL Server database, guys. See, server you are connecting to your local database only, right? So see, I'm giving only the dot. So there also it will connect with dot. Okay, but let us see if there is any server name we can give to this one. Like it will also have some address, guys. Okay, if you go to view connection properties, what is my server name here? Are you saying the server name anywhere, guys? I think server name itself is my name. Okay, let us put my name and see if it connects. I believe that is a server name. Okay, so it is connecting to this server, guys. Okay, so server name is also same. If you want, you can try, guys. Okay, previously I connected with the dot. Instead of connecting dot, we can try with the actual server name also. Okay, try with the server name. This is a server name, right? In your machine, that will be your name only. See, same one. You can connect either with the dot, or you can connect with the your server name. Server name will be, guys, your machine name only will become the server name. Okay, so you can disconnect either of the one. Okay, this is my server name, guys. So guys, here the credentials will be same, right? The SQL server installed on your machine only. So the password for that one, and to connect to the credentials to connect to this, that is also same, because both are on the same machine, right? So you can use the Windows credentials this time. Okay, use my credentials. Click connect. Yeah, you might get this notification. Yeah, click OK. See, guys, now I can select the tables, right? What are my tables? Fact internet sales, DIM product, DIM sales territory, DIM date, DIM customer. Like this, I can load, right? It will load all the data. For this one, you do not need internet, guys. Okay, so you can practice this. I mean, once you set up the SQL server, you do not need any interval to connect to that data in Power BI. Guys, see, I connected to those tables, right? See, guys, so previously we connected to the Azure SQL database, and they also, we downloaded the same data. As we are having some issues with Azure and due to too many logins, okay, so this is the alternative, guys. In fact, originally this was what I was doing, guys, for the previous batches also. So for convenience, I put that Azure, but okay, it is having some issues, guys, due to too many logins. So you got it, guys, how to install? These are 4 steps, guys. What are those? Downloading the SQL server, downloading the SSMS, and installing both. And the third step is downloading the AdventureWorks data and connecting that in the Power BI, guys. Okay. Yes, any questions? Yes, can I expect all of you to have these softwares in your machine by, I mean, only 2 softwares are there, SSMS and SQL Server. It takes only, some 20 to 30 minutes to have this both softwares on your machine, guys. Okay, then download this AdventureWorks and then restore that. Okay, like how I showed you in this video recording. Okay. Yes, can I expect all of you to have this, set up in your machine by tomorrow?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Guys, if you have some questions, okay, pause the video and go back, see, right? So we have all the steps, correct? Okay, guys. So now, okay, once you connect to that one, you'd be able to do any kind of visuals. Okay, if you want to do some of sales amount, you can bring that sales amount here, and you can show that in your respective visuals. If you want to see the sales by year, calendar year, see, you can do it. Correct. You can see the yearly sales amount like that. Okay, Sakurai is already having RAM. Yesterday itself asked the DB to restore. Yes, Sakurai. So now you got how you understood how to download that Advanced Works DB and restore it on our machine, guys. Understand? Got it, Sakurai?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is easy. Okay. So now, guys, we have this setup in your machine. Now you can go to the Power Query here. Correct. Go to the transform data. Okay. Go to the transform data. Here we can do anything. Okay. So now, guys, let me save this file first. Okay. I created this Power BI file. Let me save this file first as let me go here, guys, to the May batch folder and let me delete the existing one. Okay. Let me delete this existing one. So that, sorry. So that there will be no confusion, right? Okay. So let us save this file, guys. Let us save this file. I'm saving as to this folder. Okay, as ADWorks _ import mode. See, guys, that file. Okay, I have just now saved that file. Okay, guys, one of you might have come across this question in your mind. Okay, I have the file already which is connected to Azure. So without deleting that file or without creating new file, from the existing file only can I connect to the SQL Server directly? Did any of you get this question, guys? Okay, let us get that file, guys, from this batch since I deleted that. Okay. So this file also I connected in the, okay, guys, this one is connected in the Azure. AD_ import mode is the connected in the Azure, right? So let us see, guys, can we change the connection from Azure to this SQL Server directly in the same file? Okay, let us see. Okay, guys, so now, guys, this is in the which connection is Azure. See, I will show you which mode that is connected. See, guys, this is connected to Azure, right? See, Azure. That's why all the tables are having issue. So now, guys, okay, you might have a question. So can I change the existing file itself? Okay, let us see. Go to the data source settings, guys, and change the source. Okay, pick the change source and say server name as this one. But let us see what we get. Okay, close it. And it is asking edit credentials. Oh, sorry. 1 second. It's fine. See, guys, see. Where it is connecting, guys, right now? SQL Server, right? Our local SQL Server, right? Correct, guys? So now from the same file, also without deleting that file and creating another file, from the same file also I can connect or not? Okay. So I can connect from the same file also, guys. Okay. And In case, let me see in the recently recycle bin, the file I deleted. Let us see. I just want to see if I want to get it back. Okay. So this one I deleted, right? I just restored this one. Okay. This is our file, right? From our batch. Okay. Let us go to, this is our old file, right? 3 days back file. See, can I change from this file? Okay. Let us see that, guys. Okay. Let us close this file from here. Let us close all the files and see, guys. Okay, this is our, let me delete this file. This file also, let me delete the file I created today. I got the file which I deleted, guys. Okay, on Friday we have one file, right, where it was giving Azure connection issue. Okay, I got the same file. Okay, if you're having the same file, keep okay in your machine and go here, guys, and try to change the connection within the same file. Guys, to change the connection, see, this is our file or not? Dynamic cutoff date, something we have, right? This is our original file, right, that we were discussing. Correct. So go to what you say, Power Query. Okay. See, guys, this is our situation on Friday, right? We are not able to connect. It was asking the Azure credentials. Correct. See, connection. In the connection, it is having the Azure connection. Correct. So now what I'm saying is, guys, here it is connection is there, right? So instead of the connect, okay, in the connection value, simply I will say this value and see what happens. See, slowly each table is changing, right? Why this table is giving error? Yeah. So here you'll say it is changed. This fact internet sales also. This fact internet sales, why it is giving error? Yeah, I think here the value is hard coded. That is why. Okay. Fine. Here also let us put the connection, the parameter. Connection. See, this connection I change, right? See, here also I'm giving connection only. See what happens. Slowly this one also will be changed. See, dynamic cutoff date. From where it is coming? Okay, from here it is coming. Okay, and this order date. From where it is coming? From there it is coming. Okay, put everywhere connection, right? Connection is a parameter, right, guys? So where I'm storing the value, correct? Guys, see. So now that day I created one dynamic cutoff date, right? You remember? See, now the value is coming from that. Okay, guys. Are you able to follow, guys, today's session? So guys, I will not discuss any concept today. Okay, just now I made sure that, okay, so if you are confused, okay, from the existing file also, we can connect. Or if you want to create a new file, that is well and good, guys, because you will not face any confusion. Okay. So I'm just closing applying, guys. Guys, what we discussed today, basically, ignore about this connection changing if you are confused. Okay. So what we discussed, guys, SQL Server installation, we have done. SQL Server Management Studio installation, we have done. Advanced Reworks DW 2019 data we have downloaded, then restored onto the SQL Server, then connected in the Power BI, fresh Power BI sheet. Got it, guys? Revati, Giri, Kavita, Balakrishna, Priyanka.
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay, so can I expect all of you to have this setup in your machines by tomorrow? Just this is a 20 to 30 minutes process, guys. To explain you, yeah, I might took a little longer, but this is just 30 minutes process. Okay. So see the recording and follow the steps. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir, sure.
Okay. Shravani, Suresh, Narayan. Okay. So yes, guys, it is not no tip or something. This is mandatory. Okay, this is you should have it mandatory by tomorrow. Okay, because you have to practice, right? So if you install a SQL Server, guys, okay, without any limitations, you can practice at any time, even without having internet also you can practice. That is the advantage. With Azure, yeah, if Azure subscription is done, yeah, you might not be able to practice. Even if it was not yesterday, in future also it might have happened the same issue with the too many credentials and all. Okay. Okay, guys.
Is SSIS and SSCS or SSRS, I think. So are those are also the reporting tools or the databases?
SSIS is a ETL tool. Second. Guys, previously, no, there is a, still it is there, MSBI, Microsoft BI. In that there are three tools, guys. SSIS is an ETL tool, and SSRS is a reporting tool. SSAS is a self-service reporting tool. It's now these two of things have become Power BI, and also Power BI is supporting few of the features of the SSIS. But you cannot load the data to different data sources in Power BI, but you can do those transformations which are available in SSIS. Okay.
Can we say these are the different servers?
Which one?
SSIS.
SSIS, okay, is a tool, but backend, okay, to store the metadata and all, yes, it needs the database, but you do not see the database actually. So if you want, okay, if you install that SQL Server, see there is a integration services, right? This is for SSIS to handle the metadata. Okay, and this one is for SSRS, reporting services for SSRS, and analysis services for SSIS. Okay. Yeah, those are also database, but you do not see the data there actually. You just use the only tool. Okay, for Power BI also, we are seeing the data, right? But we are not actually touching the database. That is internal. Okay. So directly we are not hitting the, if we see Power BI, are we really hitting the Power BI engine directly, guys? No, we are simply dragging and dropping and writing some queries. But like here, we do not see the raw data of the Power BI, right? In the engine. But here, you are seeing how the data is stored in the engine, okay? Like each table and all, right? Okay. Understand, guys? Guys, okay, Power BI is the latest one for most of the reporting work. Okay, Power BI is being used these days instead of SSAS and SSRS. Okay, guys. So now, guys, can we wrap up the session for today? Okay, guys, that's all for today. So please follow the recording session. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.